हेलो। आपका स्वागत है एस्ट्रोलॉजी के नए एपिसोड में, नए वीडियो में बाय एस्ट्रो रचिता। आज मैं बात करूंगी गुरु चंडाल योग की सिंह राशि में। 9 जनवरी 2016 यानी कि 9 जनवरी 2016 से राहु पीछे मुड़ के लियो राशि में प्रवेश कर चुका है और इसके साथ ही बनता है गुरु चंडाल योग। शायद आपने इसका नाम सुना हो, जैसे कि नाम से ही पता चलता है गुरु यानी कि बृहस्पति या जुपिटर, उसकी युति या कंजंक्शन हो गई है चांडाल के साथ। जहां जुपिटर या सैजिटेरियस बहुत ही सात्विक, ज्ञानी और सादा प्लैनेट है, वहीं राहु, जिसके बारे में हमने काफी हैरत अंगेज और काफी डरावनी बातें भी सुनी हैं, उसको एक चांडाल प्लैनेट माना जाता है। चांडाल यानी कि असुर प्लैनेट। दोनों की बेसिक नेचर या एसेंस आपस में बिल्कुल कॉन्ट्रडिक्टरी है, बिल्कुल उल्टी है, और इसी वजह से ये वाली युति जो कि 7-7.5 साल में एक बार होती है, और पिछली बारी ये 2008 दिसंबर में हुई थी, और अब लगभग 8 महीने तक आपकी कुंडली में विद्यमान रहेगी। उसका क्या मतलब हुआ, आपकी लाइफ, आपकी जिंदगी किस तरह से प्रभावित होती है, आइए इस वीडियो में यही जानने की कोशिश करते हैं। ये जो प्रिडिक्शंस हैं, ये लगन कुंडली के हिसाब से, अगर आपको अपना लग्न पता है तो आप सीधा प्रिडिक्शन पे जा सकते हैं, और अगर आपको अपना लग्न या असेंडेंट नहीं पता तो आप astrosage.com या futurepoint.com की वेबसाइट पे जाकर केवल अपनी बर्थ डिटेल्स वहां पर फिल इन कीजिए और आपको आपका लगन या असेंडेंट आसानी से मिल जाएगा। बात करेंगे हम सबसे पहले मेष लगन की, यानी कि एरीज लगन की। एरीज लगन के लिए गुरु चंडाल का जो योग है वो 5th हाउस में या पंचम भाव में बन रहा है। गुरु चंडाल योग का एक बेसिक नेचर या बेसिक मतलब समझने की कोशिश करिए। गुरु और राहु यानी कि बृहस्पति और राहु दोनों की बेसिक नेचर आपस में बिल्कुल कॉन्ट्रडिक्टरी या विपरीत है। ये दो अपोजिंग टेम्परामेंट्स के प्लैनेट होते हैं। जुपिटर इज कंसिडर्ड द प्लैनेट ऑफ नॉलेज, ऑफ धर्मा, मॉरल कोड ऑफ कंडक्ट, गिविंग रिस्पेक्ट टू योर एल्डर्स एंड फॉलोइंग कन्वेंशंस एंड द रूल्स ऑफ द सोसाइटी. Whereas Rahu is the rebellious planet, it always talks about breaking out of any restrictions or any moral code of conduct laid down by your family and the society. It's a very individualistic planet, deeply intelligent, but at the same time somebody who wants to burn his own path in the society. It's unconventional, rebellious, and thinks out of the box. And it is also associated with vices and also associated with the moral code of conduct being thrown to the wind. So it can lead to all kinds of rash decisions like gambling, like mingling with the wrong kind of people, breaking of marriages, breaking of business relationships, anywhere which is against any kind of social or moral parameters. So when two planets like this are actually meeting in a fiery sign of Leo, it can be quite impactful for your horoscope. Coming back to the Aries या फिर मेष राशि, ये जानने की कोशिश करते हैं कि मेष राशि में इसका क्या प्रभाव होगा। Aries, as we know, are people who are basically fiery by nature. For Aries Lagan people, this yoga will be formed in the 5th house. These people are very intelligent by nature and they will feel attracted towards getting a higher education or towards enhancing their knowledge. But at the same time, there will be feelings of distraction and laziness and being diverted into the wrong social groups. You will feel like doing too much of fun and leisure. And because of this lack of attention towards your studies, your academics as well as your professional performance is going to suffer. You need to take care of your health also. Your romance and your loving relationship with your spouse will also suffer. There might be arguments with your friends and your lovers. Altogether, it is not a good period for people who are having Guru Chandal Yoga in the 5th house. For people who are born in the Taurus Lagan ya Vrishab Lagan, this combination will be found in the 4th house. There is a deep desire in you during this period to acquire more assets like a car or a house or investing in some property. But the environment at home, especially with your family and with your spouse and your children, is going to be very, very tense. You need to keep a clamp on your tongue. Do not talk rudely or argumentatively with your family members, otherwise it can lead to a lot of tensions for you. It's a good time to make investments, but be very, very careful that you are not exceeding your budget. Try not to take a high loan which you know you will not be able to repay in the coming months. Be very cautious as far as your investments are concerned, and keep control over your sharp and sarcastic tongue if you want to enjoy domestic harmony. Coming to the Gemini Lagan. Gemini yani ki Mithun Lagan. This combination will be found in the 3rd house. It's a very good combination for people who are into business or entrepreneurship or having their own online or a media venture. You will have lots of growth professionally. Your enthusiasm and your energy levels towards work will be very high. You will make new contacts, and you will also be doing a lot of online spending and propaganda. Thus, your visibility in the marketplace will increase. At the same time, your relationship, especially with your younger brothers or sisters, may become very tense. There will be unreasonable arguments with them. Try to maintain harmony at home. And also, whenever you are writing letters or writing any form of communication, be careful about your language. Be very polite. For people who are born in the Cancer Lagan or the Kark Lagan, this combination comes in the 2nd house. It's going to be a very interesting period because you will face a tussle between your materialistic and your acquisitive instincts and maintaining harmony at home. You have to keep again a control over your tongue. Do not be very truthful. Even if you know the truth, try to keep it to yourself. No need to be very frank. You will have this inherent desire to increase your wealth, which might be unreasonable. Make sure that your planning and all the paperwork is complete before you start any new venture. Also, avoid eating too much rich food or too much acidic or spicy food, as it could lead to gastric problems and ulcers for you. On the whole, this period will lead to money enhancement for you, new opportunities for you. But be careful about keeping a calm temperament. Guru Chandal Yoga will be formed in the Lagan itself for people in the Singh Rashi, Singh or Leo Lagan. It's a period of great development and personal growth. Your fame will increase. Your empowerment will increase. You may get a promotion at work. At the same time, you will become very hot-tempered. You might move towards making alliances with immoral or with antisocial elements. Health-wise, this period is not good for you, as you may have migraines, headaches, and also gastric problems. Try to maintain a disciplined lifestyle, do yoga, exercising, meditation, and let this period pass out carefully before it moves into your 2nd house. Leo Lagan especially, keep a good control over your temper, otherwise it can impact both your professional relationships and your marriage also very severely. For persons born in the Virgo Lagan, yani ki Kanya Lagan, this combination is formed in the 12th house. It is a dangerous combination to be forming in the 12th house. You might lose control over your emotions totally and might do something which could be antisocial or even criminal. You should stay away from any troublesome situations or where you know that conflict can be arising. Keep out of any kind of fighting situations. Do not take sides of one against the other, otherwise you might be pulled into litigation for no fault of yours. Health also will be very disturbed. You might have sleepless nights, deep anxiety problems, and also hospitalization may be required. So take very good care of your health. Financially, it's not a good period. It might lead to losses for you. Do not make new investments and try to keep a strict control over your expenses. Take care of your health. Do not get into extramarital friendships or relationships. For people who are born in the Libra Lagan, this combination moves into your 11th house of gains and wish fulfillment. It's a very good combination. As long as you are reasonable about making new contacts and increasing your business, it's an excellent time for growth for you. You get new clients, new associates. You can, whatever you have been planning in the past can now be put into action. And even though you are a person who is high on ideas, this is the time when you need to convert these ideas into tangible plans. You will get a lot of support from the stars around you and from the people around you. Excellent time for making new contacts, so go ahead. Personally also, it's a time where your friendships and your extrovert nature will come to your rescue. All the good alliances and friendships that you have formed in the past will now come to help you. So altogether, it's a period of development, growth and happiness for you. For persons born in the Scorpio Lagan or Vrishchik Lagan, this combination moves into your 10th house. Amazing period of growth. Amazing. Take advantage of these 8 months. Whatever you've been dreaming of in the past, now put it into practice. If you thought about getting into self-employment, getting into any kind of consultancy work or having your own venture, this is the perfect time to go ahead and do that. You will get lots of legal support, lots of governmental support, and people in authority will go out of their way to help you out. It is also a period where your status and your prestige and your fame will increase unexpectedly. You might be awarded and you might even get a promotion or a monetary raise at work. Because of all this frenetic happenings in your workplace, take care that you are also allocating time to your personal space or your personal relationships. They should not feel ignored. It's a time when you can maintain this balance and have an amazingly beautiful time of your life. So best of luck for all Scorpios. We now come to Sagittarius. Sagittarius, this combination is formed in the 9th house. This is a period where you undergo a lot of mental conflict because at every juncture, unexpectedly, you will face a choice. Something which is good for your heart and something which is, is as per the exigencies of the situations. Try not to compromise on your ideals too much. Stay truthful to your commitments, to your beliefs. Have faith in God. Follow a rigorous spiritual routine like meditation, visiting the temple, or joining some association where Sangat or association of meditation is formed, where every week 2 or 3 times you are able to meet people who are spiritually inclined and therefore do not allow you to go astray. Like I said, it's a period where you will be in a lot of contradictions and mental dilemmas. On the whole, if you concentrate on your studies, if you concentrate on your work and do not do too much of futile and useless talks with anybody, this period can go smoothly for you. It's a good period, but focus on your studies, your academics, your work in the office. Stay true to yourself, to your beliefs and to the relationships who really matter to you. Do not get astray or do not get talked into making any kind of wrong decisions. So your integrity should be maintained intact and then this period will go well for you. Otherwise, the Asura tendency of Rahu will try to pull you towards things which are against your principles and which are antisocial and anti-moral. Next we move on to the Makar Lagan, Makar or Capricorn Lagan. For them, this combination, it moves into the 8th house. Again, it's on the whole, it's not a good period for you. I will insist that do not take any major decisions regarding investments and putting your money into any kind of new ventures. Also, be very cautious about physical injuries and accidents. Try to be driven by somebody else or use public transport. It's a time when you may face physical injuries or unexpected, hurt to your physical body. Also, stay away from any kind of illegal transactions. Even if you are on the periphery, you may be dragged into them for no reason other than your presence over there. Financially, it's a good period. You will gain unexpectedly. There might be some kind of ancestral money or ancestral property which might come to you during this period. Your interest in the occult and your interest in fields like astrology, healing, tarot, and all kinds of Reiki and pranic healing might increase. You might feel fascinated towards it, explore it. It's a lovely period to go towards the occult and the supernatural. This will also help you get over. This is one of the remedies, in fact, it will help you get over this kind of unexpected period. So Capricornians need to be a little cautious regarding their money and regarding their professional life during this period. For the Aquarians, this period is going to be very trying and very nerve-wracking as far as their marriage and their personal relationships and also business partnerships go. You have to be very careful about being calm, about being mature, about any kind of unreasonable decisions the other person is making, because they are under the influence of Rahu during this period, and therefore they may not be talking straight, and they may be talking against their other basic constant nature. So do not think that their intentions have changed. No, it has not. They are only under the influence of malefic Rahu during this period. Try to maintain harmony as far as your marriage is concerned. Try to be more mature, forgiving, and try to explain to your partner about how partnerships have to work in tandem, and one person cannot do all the compromising. So try to reach that kind of middle ground with your partner during this period. If you are into business, you will do exceedingly well during this period. But do not take rash decisions. Do not put your money in new and in risky ventures. Again, during this period, I have been saying for all the zodiac sign lagnas, be very careful as far as money investments are concerned or buying new things is concerned. Rahu is very materialistic in nature. So it makes you put your money in things which you would probably not do otherwise, and it also makes you buy a lot of unnecessary luxury loving stuff which you will not have use for, or which you will regret later on when this period has passed. So keep your wits and keep your judgment around you in good condition, and then this period will pass off moderately well for you. Then we come to the last lagna of the series, which is Pisces or Meen Lagan. And for Meen Lagan, this combination is formed in the 6th house. It's a very good combination as far as your professional life is concerned. You will do very well. You will get a promotion. You can get a new assignment. You can get recognition which has not been coming in the past. So be proactive as far as your workplace is concerned. Do your networking. Make good use of your contacts in the workplace. You will do very well as far as office work is concerned. If you're in business, then you may have some kind of fraud or deception by your partner. So be careful about that. You may be deceived by your partner. Marriage will not go too well. There might be distances, especially emotional distances with your husband or with your wife. So again, awareness is the best remedy. And if you're aware that this is a transitory phase and what the planets are actually, how they are playing with you during this particular period, then you can be very cautious, and then you can avert any kind of misunderstanding with your spouse also. Litigation, you might be pulled into some kind of litigation case, especially regarding property. So try to stay away and try not to take any legal commitments or sign any legal documents during this period, which are very important. Routine stuff you can continue to do, and take care of your health also, especially your bladder area and your gastric area. Guru Chandal Yoga is not considered a positive yoga as far as astrology is concerned, but it is also a period which gives you great opportunities as far as work, business, and increasing your contacts are concerned. If you are making right decisions regarding your workplace, you can acquire great wealth. But at the same time, be very particular about following the correct code of conduct. Be truthful, be righteous in your moral conduct, give away to charitable institutions, do religious and spiritual work during this period. Keep connected with your elders, take their blessings every day. If your parents are living with you, try to touch their feet every day or take their blessing in some other form. Stay in good contact with them and also consult them on important matters, because Guru is about blessings by your teachers, by your elders, and by your parents. So if you have their good counsel and guidance around you, you cannot go wrong during this period, and you can only harvest the richness and the growth that Rahu will bring during this period. I wish you all the best. Hope this video is useful for you. You can always leave your comments and suggestions at the bottom. You can contact me for a detailed reading of your horoscope, also tarot reading and numerology at www.astrorachita.in. Till then, I'll be signing off and I wish you all the best during this period. Goodbye.